Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic evening, wherever you are around the world. And why wouldn't you be? The Reds have beaten Luton by 4 goals to 1. It was a difficult start. Let's not hide that fact. Luton are a very good side considering where they are in the league table, but still, the Reds managed to pull through and get the 3 points ahead of a very busy and tough week for the Reds, of course, obviously starting with tonight, the League Cup final on Sunday, and then, of course, the FA Cup, I think this time next week as well. But let me know how all of you are in the comment section down below. Let me know your man of the matches, your overall thoughts as well on the game as a whole, as a perspective. And yeah, just let me know how all of you are. Hopefully everyone's had a fantastic Wednesday prior to the game. Hopefully the game's made everyone a lot better as well. And yeah, hopefully, as you know, Chris has said, by here saying keep getting injuries, but we keep winning. Yeah, 100%. And hopefully no more injuries as well coming out this game. But big up Chris, hopefully doing well, mate. And yeah, look, it wasn't it's definitely a game of two halves. Let's not hide around the fact that Liverpool massively struggled in the first half to get anything going. In terms of actually finishing off chances, there was plenty of chances made, just again poor decision making and other bits and pieces as well really didn't help Liverpool in the first half. But again, second half, much better in that sense as well. Of course, obviously goals coming from Virgil van Dijk. Obviously, Virgil getting the equaliser for Liverpool as well, which again, massive boost for us. Of course, Cody Gakpo then getting the second goal for Liverpool, Luis Diaz getting the third, and of course, Harvey Elliott getting the fourth and final goal for Liverpool tonight. But we'll talk all about it as well. But anyway, get your comments in anyway, guys, and of course, we'll discuss everything in tonight's show. Dominant performance for me, despite them taking the lead. To be honest, tore them apart second half. Quick succession of goals was us at our best. I wouldn't say we dominated. Again, second half, yes, I would agree, but first half, I wouldn't agree with it. I think first half we were very poor in certain aspects, but what a second half. Verge defo was the tempo setter. Yeah, absolutely. Callum, hopefully doing well as well, mate. And yeah, I 100% agree. I think once Virgil had scored that goal, again, it was just, one after another. And look, he was, and you rely on your captain to do that as well. And again, Virgil had an outstanding game. For me personally, well, I'll speak about it in a bit more, but for me, my man of the match goes to Alexis McAllister. 2 assists for him tonight, and I think just overall Maka was brilliant, certainly in that second half, and he's for me going to be absolutely absolutely going to be crucial to what will happen I think on Sunday as well. Oh, there we go. So sorry, Press. This is a bit weird not seeing you with your second account here, but good to know your real name as well, Press. Anyway, but still, it's speaking more in the first half. Anyway, of course, obviously wasn't the cleanest of performances, like I mentioned. Lucho rightfully taking criticism, I think, and obviously on social media, a lot of people going for him at half time. I do think that there were certain aspects where he could have got, Lucho could have got about 3 goals in that first half before Luton had even taken the leads. And that's something that he has to work on, I think, considering as well the amount of chances he had, but it wasn't just him, it was the whole team that wasn't really performing well. We were sitting too deep, and even counter pressing, we wasn't doing it that well. And I was complaining myself at half time with Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo wasn't, he was running up to the players and trying to counter press, but there wasn't not effort, but there wasn't any oomph behind the pressing in that sense. Cody Gakpo not doing his job. They would go to Lucho or Harvey. Conor Bradley wasn't able to advance more as well because Liverpool was so far deep in the first half. But it just works that little tweak, and in the second half it worked. Liverpool were a lot more up. We were ready for the counter press. Conor Bradley in that second half was immense. When he finally got able to move into that right wing back area. And for me, again, and that's fair play to Luton though in the first half as well. I will give them credit because in that first half in particular, they frustrated Liverpool. Again, time wasting in certain areas. Again, the occasional foul to break up the game. They did their job once that first goal went in. And of course, you can speak about the goal as well and speak about, who's at fault for that. I know a couple of people on Twitter was going at Keller, for the save and so on. But I just think that it's normally Liverpool wake up, don't we, after we concede, and that's the interesting fact with Liverpool, where if we score first, we tend to concede then, but if we concede first, we tend to concede again, especially at Anfield. But I think if you do split it, the two halves, again, it's night and day. Liverpool 10 times better in the second half compared to the first, and again, that falls down to, again, stepping up. Obviously, I spoke about McAllister. Him and Wataru Endo, they've been nothing short of brilliant for Liverpool in the midfield. Again, when we speak about Maka in his more natural position, what he's done, especially against Brentford and tonight, has been outstanding. And I think even if, again, Endo is in the six, and you've got, again, Endo's in the six and Maka's on the left of him, or Maka's even in the six by himself. I think Alexis McAllister is slowly becoming Liverpool's most vital midfielder. We speak about Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Ryan Gravenberch, and many others, but Wataru Endo and Alexis McAllister are for sure, in their own right, earning their place in Liverpool's team. And when we do speak about, Liverpool's best midfield, again, I've always said that I think Maka should be playing the six, and obviously Curtis Jones and still Szoboszlai next to them. But for me, those two, they work so well together, and it kind of works as a double pivot in some sense. But Maka is that driving force as well, where 1 minute he can be in that left-hand side channel trying to, go box to box, or he'll just drive right into space like he did so well in that second half. And again, the fact that we spent 35 million on Alexis McAllister is ridiculous. It is truly ridiculous. Of course, I know it was a release clause or mechanism that allowed him to go 35 million, but the fact that, again, Liverpool got him for that and managed to get the deal done, outstanding. And I do think Alexis McAllister is becoming one of our best players at the football club for sure. Anyway, but I'm saying I prefer Maka, Endo, and Szoboszlai. I think Jones is good, but Maka and Zobo are levels above, in my opinion. I think, again, it's good to have versatility in your midfield. Obviously, at the minute, we don't have that due to injuries. But you saw tonight, especially in that second half, where you just got the protection of Endo and Maka, and then it allows then the right midfielder to go and advance, like Ryan Gravenberch was allowed to in the second half. Even when Sobo is back, he'll be given the license to do so. And I think that's crucial, where, again, we see Liverpool's right-hand side obviously very attacking if we have a full 11. But even if, Mo's there, and of course Conor Bradley for me has been unbelievable since he's come into the team. I don't think many people would have thought about Conor Bradley and that right back position, but I think ever since he moved, made the loan move to Bolton last year, and obviously made such an impact there. I think they won the EFL Cup. I think when he was there, and if you speak to Bolton fans, they were saying he's one for the future, and certainly is ready for Premier League level. And I think look, it is young. It is a situation with Conor Bradley and obviously Trent in the future that probably there will be a conversation of who is Liverpool's right back for potentially even next season, with a new manager coming in and a different system. But Conor Bradley at the minute has been unbelievable, and I think Jurgen Klopp obviously taking him off early and resting him for the final, because he's going to be so crucial for Liverpool, especially over the next couple of weeks with all the other injuries we do have anyway. But Again, like I mentioned, obviously Virgil van Dijk getting the Liverpool level, and as people's already mentioned in the chat, I think as Callum mentioned, Virgil van Dijk setting the tempo for Liverpool, and I think that's right in that sense as well. I seen something early on that I think Virgil's lost an aerial duel, I think in his last 9 games, which again, if that's true, is ridiculous. And look, he's back to his best. I think that obviously the Arsenal game a couple of weeks ago was a blip, but Van Dijk has been immense for Liverpool, and you see, especially in the first half, when he was trying to step up and trying to to cover the space in the midfield, where again Endo wasn't covering it so much because he was having to cover on the right or the left, and just trying to get Liverpool playing and trying to get Liverpool instead of going direct all the time, which we was doing quite a lot in the first half, and I think that was certainly something that we need to work on a little bit. But again, Virgil van Dijk, unbelievable. And look, people to go on about, oh, he's overrated and this, that, and the other. I just think it's laughable, because this man is he is Liverpool's captain, and hopefully Sunday he will lift the first piece of silverware for Liverpool as captain as well. That's the fingers crossed. Anyway, on the weekend, and of course, obviously Maka assisting him, obviously Cody Gakpo's goal as well, which was brilliant to see, and just overall, just again 2 assists for Maka, which again, you guys know my love for Alexis McAllister. I thought when we signed him, again, you can go and watch videos on the YouTube channel, that he was the one for me that I very much wanted in the summer. We got him, and he's been unbelievable. I would say him and Endo have been Liverpool's underrated signings of the season for sure. But come saying, Endo is also a good striker of the ball, big plus as well. Yeah, 100%. Again, you look at all the DMs that we were linked to in the summer, obviously Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, and so on. I think when those names were rumoured and spoken about, I don't think anyone would have thought Wataru Endo would be Liverpool's DM. And Liverpool have found a gem. Again, if we were speaking about Endo, say if he was 24 years old and he was performing the way he is doing at the minute, people will be speaking about like, oh, he's worth 60, 70 million pounds, the way that the market is today, by the way. But we have truly found a gem. The fact that he can fill that position in and do an amazing job, it is unbelievable. And I think what did we spend, like 13 million on Endo? Again, bargain, a true bargain. But again, you look at on the weekend, you probably think that will be Liverpool's midfield for the League Cup final, with, of course, Gravenberch, Wataru Endo, and Alexis McAllister. You would really think that would be the midfield 3, I would say for sure. But to go back onto the game anyway, of course, Lucho getting his goal. Obviously, like I said, a lot of people criticizing him at halftime. Cool, calm, and collected in that third goal, which was pretty much a carbon copy of the chance he had in the first half, where he didn't take the touch outside. He brought it inside, which allowed the defender to come in. And yeah, again, Lucho's one of these ones though that is really frustrating, because he can score an amazing goal like he did for the third, but then the chances then will frustrate a lot of people. Now, I think Luis Diaz can be one of the best left wingers in the world football when he's on it. That first half wasn't a good showing for Lucho. The second half was 10 times better. The touches, the passes, the vision in most of the situations, even the goal. The control. I think it was it Gakpo that passed him? No, it was Robbo. Sorry, Robbo passed him. The touch to take around the goalkeeper, then the turn, and then the finish. It was brilliant. And Lucho is very frustrating in that sense, where he can have. We talk about Darwin Núñez, creating so many chances and missing a few. But Luis Diaz is very much the same, where you'll have about 4 or 5 shots in a game, and he'll score about one in every like 6 shots, and it's frustrating in that sense. Where again, there is a quality player in there, but it's just certain decision makings that is a bit frustrating. And of course, obviously, it'll frustrate Lucho. It frustrates us, I think, as well. But look, again, the goal was brilliant. And of course, I do think that Lucho in 2024, he slowly got back to his best. I would say, and I do think that again, I think some criticism of Lucho is a bit unwarranted, but again, the first half, I was just screaming at him. I was like, how on earth have you had 5 chances and not put one of them away or barely put them on target as well? I was so frustrated at it as well. And I bet you guys were as well anyway. But get your comments in anyway, guys, with the video as well. Let me know your man of the matches as well. For me, I've gone Alexis McAllister. For me, I think he was outstanding for Liverpool tonight and for sure my man of the match. But again, it could be, again, Connor Bradley was amazing. Endo. I'm trying to think who else. Cody Gakpo towards the second half. Even Lucho could be a man of the match. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. But Lavia ghosting. Right now, Thiago 2.0. Again, it's a bit harsh, isn't it? Because he's been injured for the majority of the season. I think he played, was it half an hour in the FA Cup? And yeah, again, not the best. Again, imagine if we signed him, but fit him perfectly for Liverpool. Gakpo is so underrated for us right now. Yeah, again, he was another one that was frustrating me in the first half because of the counter pressing wasn't. But I think it was just overall just the way Liverpool were. We were too deep and again wasn't allowing Gakpo when we did press. There was too much space going, up the pitch where again the pressing wasn't 100%. I think Gakpo, if it is a certain manager that does come in, I think Gakpo next season will be one of our best players for the system as well. I think again, I don't think anyone can tell his best position at the minute because if Darwin's in, of course, he's probably playing on the left-hand side as well. It feels like Gakpo is very much the filler for positions at the minute. Again, Liverpool need a midfielder. Gakpo's there. If Liverpool need him on the left, Gakpo's there. But yeah, it does feel like that at the minute. But man of the match, Bradley or Virgil. And I think putting Bradley right back inverted helped him. I don't think, to be fair, I don't think putting Conor Bradley at inverted right back is good. I think Perming as an actual wing back, I think is a lot better. I think we've seen that in the second half. First half, when we tried to invert him, it was very much stop-start in that sense. Much prefer Joe Gomez inverting on the left if Joe Gomez is going to play there, and then Conor Bradley playing as that wing back. I think that's very much better for him and Liverpool in that sense. But as Gus as well, saying always going to be tricky with our 3 main threats out. But was it 12 attempts first half? So no way Luton was stopping 24, etc. Yeah, 100% Scouts. And that's the thing where, but you look at, like, again, if you look at those 12 shots and look how many of them was on target, that's the frustrating part with Liverpool. And like I said, Luis Diaz, again, he had about 5 or 6 opportunities and didn't take them. That's the frustrating part. But yeah, I'll quickly read out the stats anyway, because I've got them up here anyway. Let me quickly get them up as well. Oh, by the way, as well, should we all laugh at Arsenal as well, by the way, for losing to Porto away from home? I think we should do that as well. But look, either way, they should come back in the second leg. But still, it's funny the fact that Porto, I think, have only ever won 8 games against English teams in the Champions League history. So yeah, either way. But yeah, Liverpool total shots 29, 6 big chances, 4 big chances missed for Liverpool, which again, Luis Diaz. But yeah, again, total shots 29, 8 off target, 13 on target. Obviously, Luton's 12 shots on target. 12 shots to be fair, 3 off target and 3 on target now as well. Don't know how that works out to 12, by the way, but still. But comes as, can this side be better than 1920 Liverpool? I think it can, definitely, in my eyes. In my opinion, no. 1819 and 1920 Liverpool was the best team in Europe. Um, Again, the side could be, it could somehow get to that level again, but again, I think that era of Liverpool was the best team in Europe. Doesn't like any team that it could pair up. If it wasn't Atletico Madrid, if it could pair up with anyone, I think would beat anyone. If you were to go hand for hand knockout game, just one knockout game, Liverpool would win. I think that was so. That was like obviously prime Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, and it was outstanding to be around. Anyway, but of course, going back onto the game, Harvey Elliott got the fourth goal for Liverpool to practically end it there. And look, it did cap off a good win for us. And now we go on to Sunday. Of course, Chelsea. It's not going to be easy, is it? What are we predicting, chat? Are we predicting penalties? Well, you probably should if you're a betting person. But of course, the main one hopefully will be no injury news coming out of tonight. Obviously, if you guys seen the game and seen the news, no Mo, no Darwin, neither. I think, as we mentioned yesterday in the preview, it was rumored that both of them were going to be out. They are out. I think Jurgen confirmed after the game that both are fighting to be fit on Sunday, which hopefully, fingers crossed, that we'll get to see them. But if not, it's most likely going to be the same team as tonight in that sense as well. So hopefully we find out some good positive news tomorrow about them. Of course, we don't know the extent really on both. But hopefully we'll find out in the next couple of days as well. Of course, as well, there will be a video tomorrow speaking about Xabi Alonso. Of course, you guys probably would have seen the news with Bayern Munich and Thomas Tuchel. Of course, Tuchel's leaving. And of course, there's been all a load of crap posted up. We're going to talk about that tomorrow on a live, potentially, or it might be pre-recorded. So I'll have to, what is it tomorrow? Thursday. Might be live. So keep your eye out for that. We're going to talk about it anyway. And then Friday will be post-match match preview for Chelsea, any of the League Cup as well. But never forget us without the high line getting 97 points with Virgil not being dribbled past. Yeah, amazing and back in the day. But once again, everybody stepped up to be counted. I don't know many teams capable of doing this with so many out time and time again. Yeah, 100% Scouts. And look, you look at the games that's coming up, of course, obviously Chelsea League Cup, we've got Southampton in the league, we've got Forest then away, and then it's Manchester City. And that is going to be the big one. But I think the big, me and the boys were talking about it, the big thing for Liverpool now is just not to lose in the league. It's just get points no matter what, because Arsenal still got to go to tough places. They've still got to play City. They've still got to go away to Spurs. Of course, we've still got tough games coming up. We've got City at home, Everton away. We've got Villa away. Again, we've got 13 finals in the league now, and we just have to go for it. And we truly have to go for it as well. And that game against City, if Liverpool can win that then puts a massive bonus on Liverpool's title hopes, because again, if we can do it, and then let's say if City and Arsenal take points off each other, that then gives Liverpool a gap, and I mean a proper gap as well. And yeah, again, it's in our own hands. Liverpool can, obviously with the injuries doesn't help, but Liverpool can go on and win this Premier League title. And as you say, Scouts, and as everyone's saying, why can't we do it? Why can't this Liverpool side go on to do what is the impossible? I think in many sense, because nobody even had Liverpool in top four at the start of the season. And look, I think loads of people massively underrated Liverpool. And I think even if you ask pundits now, who's going to win the Premier League, a majority of them are not going to say Liverpool. A lot of them are going to say Manchester City and Arsenal. and not many people are predicting Liverpool to do it. But it's like, as we said, why not? Why can't we send Jurgen off with a fairy tale goodbye? And hopefully, we can do that. But first of all, win the League Cup on Sunday. That'll be the start of many this season, hopefully. But I think we look better on the eyes, this team. But I agree, we won't reach that level maybe next season. Again, we won't. And I think people need to realize that it's going to take time next year with a new manager. It's just got to give people time in that sense as well. But Konate will meet Haaland for the first time on the 10th of March. Fingers crossed. As long as Ibu isn't injured or Haaland isn't injured in that sense as well. But again, fingers crossed. Anyway, but I'm going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Anyway, big thank you to everyone for tuning in to the post-match. Again, brilliant win, crucial win for the Reds. Again, hopefully, there's no injury news that's going to come out. And again, Liverpool getting 3 points and roll on bloody Sunday to take on that Chelsea side. Because again, hopefully Liverpool can win the first piece of silverware this season. First of many, like I said. Anyway, but yeah, tomorrow, if there's no other news, we'll speak about the Alonso situation and the whole Bayern Munich crap that's come out over the last 12 hours, 14 hours. So we'll talk about that anyway. So yeah, if you're new around here, if you do like the content, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and all that good stuff. Share out the video as well. Very much appreciated as always, guys. And yeah, of course, anything that will be coming out. Of course, we've got a few things that's going to be coming out. Trying to get a few videos together. We'll try and see if I can get Chelsea fans on as well for the League Cup and get their perspective for the final and all that good stuff as well. And yeah, just hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be bringing videos out every day. That's the plan anyway, or at least one anyway. But yeah, keep out for shorts as well and all that good stuff as well, because we may just pop a few here and there, speaking about a few things. Anyway, but until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.